Hello everyone. Now let's see one more problem from the same orthographic projection. And the given question is draw the orthographic projection of the given isometric view. Actually this view, when we have three views, front view, top view and side view, when we have these three views in one view, then it is known as isometric view. So isometric view is given, we have to draw the orthography. Orthography means we have to draw its front view, top view, side view separate. Now arrow is given for the front view. This side front view means when you have to see this side, I have told you take it parallel to your eyes. Now you can see this surface. First we do the identification, so you can see this surface 1. After that in this side you can see the second surface this inclined, and you can see the third surface this inclined. But when you see these surfaces will be look like a straight one. Now in the question it is not given there, you have to draw the solution in first quadrant or in third quadrant, so you can use any, but I prefer to draw this in first quadrant. So if the quadrant is not given, go for the first quadrant. So let's see the freehand sketch first. First you will see the shape like this. We will draw only the freehand sketch just to get an idea. When we draw the final diagram, then we will use the dimensions. Now in the front view you can see the first surface this. Now where will be the second surface? Just starting from here means it will start from the same, and it will be up to the last means up to this. So we can say this is the second surface, right? Now what about the third? It is above this, so it will be looking like this above the surface. Now this is the front view. This is the visible part only. Now we have to check the hidden part, means behind the surface there is one hole which is present in the object but not visible from this side. So we have to represent, if this object is a transparent one, then it will have hidden lines. I have cleared the concept of hidden lines of a circular hole. Then you just take help from those concepts. You can watch those videos to clear all these. So this is the front view with the hidden lines and the visible part. Now we will go for the top view. When you see from the top, from this side, you will see this surface A, you will see this surface B and this C. But if I say this and this, they are perpendicular, same here perpendicular, so it means first I can say the outer part, a rectangle. Inside the rectangle there will be one corner, means from this corner it is going here. So I'm not taking any dimension here, just an idea for the view. In the main diagram we will see how the dimensions are coming. So this is the view. Now here it will be one circle, so as per the dimension wherever it is coming, so this will be the top view, right? Now we will see the side view. Only here I'm going to discuss only the side view, but we will not draw. So when you see from this side, you will see the surface 1, you will see the surface 2, and then you will see the surface 3. So how they will look like? First the base surface, it will be a rectangle. Above that second rectangle, above that third rectangle. So three portions like this. This is the visible part. Now what about the hidden? Only circle is the hidden part. It is starting from the second and first, not in the third. So it means it will go in the second and third only, not in this upper part. So this is the front, top and side. Now we will see how to draw this, as we are solving this in first quadrant. So I have told you first of all what to do. We have to take the XY line, very light line. You can take a long XY line so that your front view, top view should come. So this is the VP, HP. As we are solving this in first quadrant, I have marked the open arrowheads because we can extend this line. The length of XY is not fixed. Now as we have to leave few centimeter gap here, so I always prefer 2 centimeter or 2 grid points. So what is the total length? It is given here 110. So in the front view, I'm not taking the help of the free hand sketches but taking the dimension from the main diagram. So length is given 110. So we will mark, and you have to draw a line like this. Now height is given here. On this side it is 40 minus 15. Now we have to take the total height. This is 40, this part means this is 40 minus 15, so the remaining part is 25. So this is straight 25 and 40 is included, so you can take direct 40 also, no issue, because it is included in that. So total we can mark 40, and in 40 we can subtract 15. So from this 40 this will be 15, right? Now here also it will be 40 plus 15, so directly we can mark it 55. Done. Now after that it is going straight, so this part we can join it straight. Here also you can mark 15, means up to 15 it will be like this. Then after that like this. Now here it is 30. This is right. After that here also 30, so from this 30 I have taken 15, and then you have to join this. And this is the front view without any hidden line. Now we have to see the hidden line. Hidden line is from this corner, it is 55 center, so directly we will go from this corner, it is given there 55, mark the point. Now this is the center, so I can take the center line from front to top. Same structure, one long one short, 6 mm length, 1 mm gap, 3 mm length, 1 mm gap, continuous chain of the same, right? After that we have to draw the two hidden lines. The diameter is given 30, so 15 15 both side, so 15 here and 15 here. Now we have to mark the hidden lines. You have to draw proper hidden lines, 3 mm dashes, 1 mm gap, same length of dashes, same gap. So this is the front view. Now we will go for the top view. Take the projection lines from every corner. Do not draw the top view without projection lines. It will become very easy and you will draw it very easily in less time if you take projection lines. Moreover, you will have the perfect view. So this is the projection lines from front to top. Now we will see how to draw the top view. Now the top view says that again we have to take 2 centimeter gap, taken this one. Now this is the total length, it is there also. I have no need to measure the horizontal dimension, directly I can mark it within the projection lines. Now here it is having total 60. I'll mark here 60. Here also 60. Then I will join them. After that, from this point I have to join this line. Directly you can join, no need to measure. From this point I have to join this point. How I am getting this? From the freehand sketch. That is the benefit of making freehand sketch. Done. Now at the mid there is a diameter of 30, so exactly at the mid you can mark the point 30. You got this point. Now I have to draw horizontal center line for the circle, one long one short line. Done. Now I have to draw the circle. You can see here, first check this, both side it should be same. Now you can complete the circle. So this is the front view and top, and you can erase all the extra projection lines not required. Now for the dimensioning part I will suggest you all the vertical dimension here in the front view and top view you can give, because front view will give you the height, top view will give you the width in vertically. But when we have to give the dimension horizontally, then you should divide the dimension, few dimension in front view, few dimension in top view. So let's complete this. This is the solution.